what to expect from today. We've got an hour and a half booked, but we're gonna probably take just over an hour. We're gonna do some Q&A at the end as well, as I mentioned. Please make sure you put your questions to me. Right, so we will look into why we want to be making more profit, and it'll become clear to you why I'm asking even this question. But we will look into it. We are concentrating on making more money this time. I will give you the 6 different ways that can drastically increase your profits without additional workload. This is what I'm passionate about. Not working more, but working better, making more money in general. So, and we will look into 3 of those ways. 6 is obviously a lot. And the 6 things is what I cover in my program over 6 months, but we will look into 3 ways here in a bit more detail, just to give you the flavor. Now, one thing I forgot to say, there's no sales pitch at the end. So if this is something you're dreading when you're coming to free workshops, there's not gonna be one at the end. However, if you feel that the energy and the things that I'm talking about resonate with you, then send me a message and we'll talk about something. Right, so the 3 things, the 3 ways we will look into in more details, and you will be able to confidently increase your prices without an emotional hangover or regret. I think that's a big one. You will look into how to price your services, how do you do it now, and understand how you can improve it. I'll give you some hints and tips. You will be able to spot the mistakes that are costing you money in your business at the moment, and you'll be able to correct them fairly quickly as well, just to make sure that 2022, you're already starting with more money. The next one is you will see the impact of your money beliefs on your prices and your profit, and you will know how to tackle it from now on. And the final thing, you will get my 3 tips, basically, to improve your pricing mindset that you can implement immediately. So I'm hoping you're really excited. Before I crack on, some of you I know, and some of you I don't. So just before I start talking about all of this, I'll give you a few things about me, just so you know who you're dealing with. So I'm a wife and a mum. That's my main thing that I do in life. This is my why number 1. This is my why number 2. And my why number 3, which is my husband, he's not here. He's not on the picture. He doesn't like to be in pictures on my presentations. So I have to respect that. I've got a daughter, I've got a dog. I spend a lot of time with them because my daughter is home educated as well. And we absolutely love our life this way. I'm also a money strategist and mentor. I work with women who want to make more money, but they value their life so much, the time they spend with their kids and their family so much, that they are not willing to sacrifice it, and they want to create a business that will allow them this freedom. I am also a qualified accountant, which was my kind of past life in my previous career, and I am powerfully connecting numbers and mindset. I do not believe that one can be without the other. I think you have to connect the 2 of them to get really, really good benefits. When you think about things like proper accountancy practices, they only look into the numbers, they forget the mindset part, and this is where they are lacking. This is where the struggle comes. That's why connecting it is so powerful, and it just gives the best results. So why not? Right, so before I crack on with this one, why would you want to make more profit? Can I ask you 2 things? First of all, what stories are you at the moment have got common kind of going on in your head when it comes to pricing, when it comes to money in business? What is it that is going through your head when you think about, okay, increasing my prices? What's the first thought that comes into your head? Do you want to put it in your chat box, please? And let's see, just to make sure I'm actually hitting the right spot with the workshop and making sure that you're getting the most benefit out of it. We've got details from Kay as well, and we've got Julie as well. Perfect. Oh, Christmas elf. Yeah, I love elf as well. The chat will not be showing as a recording. The recording will only be sent, by the way, to people who signed up for it. And the chat doesn't show there. It's actually only going to be my face and the screen because of the way it's being recorded. So don't worry about it. I might be reading some stuff from the chat though, so I'll try to skip the names. Okay, so we've got, will people say, yeah, will people pay? Yes, absolutely. That's something. And especially when you're trying to increase your prices, you're thinking, will people pay? What else? Oh, okay, that's a good one. I might not get as much work as some clients have fixed budgets, so I'll be pricing myself out potentially. I think potentially is a really important word here. How much is what I offer out, offer of monetary value to them? Yes, that's a really, really good one. There is so many things that will be coming into your head when it comes to pricing, and you will see yourself stopping yourself in business very often when it comes to pricing as well. So we'll talk about how to tackle it a bit later. Now, let me ask you another question here. And that might be very surprising question for you. But think about, don't even think about it. No, just put down what the first thought that comes into your head. Why would you not want to make more money in business? Why would you not want to make more money in business? What's the first thing that comes to your head? No reason. Okay. What else do we have? I do want to make more money. Yes. Okay. Anyone else? I'll close. Why wouldn't you want to earn more? Well, you would be surprised, because when you think about it, making more money means that you'll have to pay more tax. Making more money means that you will have more responsibility because you'll have more money to manage. Quite often you'll have team members that you'll be responsible for. You will, quite often people are worried they will spend it all if they make more money, and they will not spend it in the right way for them. So a lot of this, and I'm actually quite glad to see that you're not part of it, but a lot of people, when they hear about making more money, they go like, yeah, I want to make more money, but then they'll say they self-sabotage themselves. They talk to themselves about why they cannot or why they do not want to make more money. So that's exactly what I wanted to show you here. Now, if you want to be making more money, you need to know why you want to be making. Do you have a really good goal? Do you have a really good reason why you're making more money? Because if you don't, the chances are that you will be self-sabotaging yourself. You don't see what is at the end of the road for you. You don't see how you will use your money. And if you're only going to be using it like this gentleman in the picture here, moving it to the bank, and it's sitting in the bank doing absolutely, well, nothing apart from earning some interest, which is very minimal at the moment, he doesn't see a point of what's the money gonna give him. So he doesn't feel motivated. He doesn't do things that he should be doing in business. If your motivation is this, that's a different story. You already have got, I can go on holidays. I can spend more money on my family. I can, can help other people as well. So there are so many different things that you can be doing, but you have to have a really clear goal in terms of what you're doing with money and how you're going to be spending it. Hi, Nat. Sorry, I've just muted you just to make sure we crack on. So first thing, action for you after you've jumped off this call, make sure that you know why you want to be making more profit and what do you want to be doing with it. That will help you dramatically in your business. This is the clarity that money really, really likes. So this is something that this speaks me basically, right? Time is more valuable than money. You can get more time, more money, but you cannot get more time. This is my mantra. This is how I live. And this is how, when my clients start coming to me, working with me, this is what they want as well. Money is important to them, but time is even more important to them. So they want to find the business solution that will give them both, but actually more of time. And again, I'm a classic example. I'm coming back from a background when I was a freelancer. I was doing day rate roles. I started my own business to have more freedom, more time, and it just backfired at me, the way I structured my business. And it took me almost 3 years to actually get to where I am at the moment and not being driven by not feeling like I'm still employed, like I'm still working really hard for my money. I've got this, you know, I can be making more money without actually spending more time in my business, which was always something that I wanted. I just didn't know how to get there. And now I know, so I teach other people to do it as well. Right. So there are 6 different ways, as I said, in terms of how to make more profit. And if you want to write them down, please feel free to do it. We're going to concentrate on the first 3 later on. But the first one, how to make more profit, is to look into your pricing. The second one is to look into your offer structure. There is a third one, which is your money beliefs and your money mindset. That will help you. If you get this sorted, it will help you make more money. Number 4 is money management, how you manage your money on a daily, weekly, monthly, annual basis in your business. That will help you make more money as well. Your time management. We've all seen those very successful business owners who are chasing their tail all the time and looking like headless chickens. And they are not making good profits. I can guarantee they could be making more if they actually look into their time management. And the final one is CEO actions. So what a CEO in the business should be doing. And if you're a small business owner, you're still a CEO. If you don't see yourself as a CEO, you're already losing money in here because you're treating yourself like an employed person in your business, and it's not doing you any favors whatsoever when it comes to your bank balance at the end of the day. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna concentrate for the time purpose, obviously, we're gonna concentrate on the first 3 parts only. As I said, I cover all 6 of them in my program, but the program is 6 months. That's why, because it takes quite some time to make sure that we actually get through everything and get it done properly. Okay, pricing. 3 things that I wanted to talk to you about here. So that's the easy one. That is a no-brainer one. If you want to be making more money, if you want to be increasing your price, if you want to be making more money, you have to be increasing your prices. This is one that I am a massive, massive advocate. And most people stay away from it because of fear. And I think we've already mentioned in the chat here that when you're thinking about increasing your prices, what immediately comes to your mind is, what will people pay? You know, what if I lose my clients? What if? And this is the self-sabotage coming in when you're starting to doubt yourself and you back off basically from raising your prices. I've got a lady in my program at the moment, and she recently quadrupled her prices. And I mean it. She quadrupled it. She was massively, massively undercharging out of fear. And then we worked on it and she stopped it and she quadrupled her prices, and she is getting clients. It's not like her client inflow stopped at the moment because she did it, but it required a lot of money mindset work from her. And it actually required her to understand how pricing works, and that she was actually losing money every time she was selling something because her prices didn't reflect how much time she put into the services, how much energy she put into services, and everything else that she was providing her clients with. So you need to look into it. Now, when you've got your prices already set up, it potentially is very difficult to increase those prices because you have already got your clients used to your pricing level at a certain point. So for you to say to your clients, I'm going to be charging you more from now on, is a bit of a mind game, but it's doable. And again, I'm a classic example. When I started my group program, it started at £200. And one of the reasons I increased the price was because people were not invested. The price was so low. The price point was so low that people thought like, oh, it's only £200. Believe it or not, I had someone who signed up to my program and never showed up for £200 because it was such a small value. Now I've got, my price is at £4,000 at the moment, which is obviously massive, massive jump. And it only happened within a year since it's kind of from £200 to £4,000. But now I've got people who, 1, are invested because they've paid a lot of money for it. 2, they are getting much, much better results from working with me. And 3, they are motivated. They show up on every single call. They do the work. They are there showing up for themselves. Now, if you want your clients to be behaving the same way, you have to increase your prices. By keeping your prices low, you're actually doing your clients a disservice very often, because they just don't have to show up. They don't have to do the work. It was only £500 that they paid. So think about it when you're thinking about your price increases. There might be something there that actually is quite important for you and for your clients. And test me on this one. I can guarantee, honestly, I guarantee that if you increase your prices, the results with your clients will be better. The clients will get better results. Okay, the second one, when it comes to pricing, sometimes it's not possible to increase the prices, and I get it, because I've been there as well. You know, when I was doing my day rate role, there was a ceiling. I couldn't just go over it. What you have to think about then is, right, okay, if I can't increase my price, can I actually reduce my costs? So can I go down with how much I'm spending in terms of time with my clients? Can I automate and simplify? This would be my absolutely first thing to go into and look into, automating and simplifying it. Think about outsourcing here as well, because that can save you a lot of money. I'll come back to an example on outsourcing soon. But it's about stop doing very personalized thing here every time. So the client that I mentioned about quadrupling her prices, she was actually making her program bespoke to every single person that joined. And the minute she stopped it, she increased her prices, and she was actually, it's easier for her to get clients, it's easier for her to do the work, and the time she takes is so much less than she used to. So that in itself is already increasing her prices. Can you see it? When you spend less time doing something, but you still get paid the same, that's you increasing your price, even though it's not directly saying, oh, you've increased your prices. I'm hoping that it's actually making sense to you what I'm saying here. Let me know if not. Now, the third thing that I want to talk to you about when it comes to pricing is the value element. What I'm seeing very, very often is happening with people is when they value themselves or value their services through the lens of their own self-worth, which is the worst thing that you can do, right? Don't do it, because on a bad day, you will feel like a failure. You will feel like, oh, something is not right with me, and you will price something really, really low. Your price, the price of your service, has got nothing, absolutely nothing to do with you and with your own self-worth, with your own value that you perceive of yourself. It's got a lot to do with how much your clients see is the value of your service. So apologies. So you need to create an offer that sells itself. You need to create an offer. So for example, if you want to charge £4,000 for something, you need to create an offer that your clients will be able to get £20,000 from. This is then a no-brainer for them. The difficulty will be to actually create that offer in the first place and actually pack it with things that will give your clients £20,000. Then it's so easy for you to sell it for £4,000. But you need to think about it from the end result first. You need to think backward about your offer. I'm hoping this is making sense. And but what I want to do now is I want to ask you, and I need to stop sharing my screen, I think, because otherwise it will not allow me to do it. I want to ask you to do a quick exercise with me, and I will give you a link in a chat. It's a link to a spreadsheet, a very, very simple spreadsheet I will be using. So if you can go to the link, please, and create a copy of the document for yourself, and I'll talk you through it. We'll just do one tab at the moment of this, but I want to show you how your mind works and how to trick your mind when it comes to pricing, how you can increase your prices without thinking too much about it. Okay, so hopefully you're all now seeing what I'm seeing on my screen, even though I can't see your faces, but can you just give me a comment in the chat or a thumbs up just to say that you are seeing my Excel spreadsheet in front of you on your screen at the moment? Yes, perfect. Okay, and hopefully you've got a copy of it as well. Good, magic. Okay, So with the way I work and the way my files works is every time there is a different color, this is where you have to fill in the details. When it's black, white, you don't touch it because everything is done for you, pretty much. What I want you to do is I want you to think about what's the average number of clients that you get per month. Think about one service that you're offering. Don't think about everything. Think about the core service that you're offering. So for example, for me, that would be my 6-month program that I've got my clients on. Think how many clients do you have on average on this program at any given point. Let's say I've got, I don't know, let's say 6, okay? And put the number here, easy peasy. Now, what's the average price? Again, if you are overcomplicating your business, you are potentially having different price tags for different people, which is something I would definitely discourage you to do. But if you do, take the average, take the rough guess. Don't overthink it, just guess. Let's say for my offer, it's, I don't know, £600, right? Per month. So my normal income from this offer is £3,600 per month. Now I want to increase my prices, but I know that if I increase my prices, my customers might be able to put off. It might hit them. They might be surprised. All of those stories that are coming through my head. So I don't believe in, it's my opinion that my clients will react to it and how they will react to it. So I want to know the facts. And the facts are the numbers. The numbers will tell you the truth. So, and here you've got the increase the price by. Let's say I want to increase my price by 5%, okay? If I increase it by 5%, the impact on my client, which is in line 14, will be £30. Nothing, right? A client will not blink. If they are paying you £600 at the moment, if you ask them to pay £630, very little of a difference. Impact on me will be £180 for doing absolutely nothing else, right? I've not changed my program. I don't have to spend more time working with my clients. I just increased my prices by 5%. And I've got £180 extra in my pocket almost immediately. That's quite cool, isn't it? But now let's change it to 10%, okay? And the 10%, my client has only seen the difference of £60. Again, if they are paying me 600 at the moment, 660, is it such a massive difference for them? Probably not. But for me, it's another £360 every single month coming into my bank account. See how easy it is, actually. And I'm being quite moderate here when it comes to my numbers. Normally 6 probably is a 10. People tend to have about 10 clients depending on what they do per month. The impact is £600 here. So when you think about it, if I had 10 clients at £600 and I increased the prices by only 10%, it was like I was adding a revenue from another client without actually looking for one. That's an extra money. That's a bonus. That's money that you deserve to have in your bank account. Now, I would love to know, how does it make you feel when you do this exercise and you're increasing your prices? You can be as flexible and you can play with it as much as you can with this file. So you can see what's going to happen when you increase your prices by 50%, for example, right? What's the impact for your client? What's the impact for you? At some point, you will reach a level where you will be like, that's too much, I'm not doing it. And that's normal. That's absolutely normal. What the increase in price is quite important because it needs to be energetically right for you as well. So you need to be excited by the new price, excited by the increase, slightly nervous, I would say, about it, because it needs to be pushing you out of your comfort zone. If, for example, if I say 10% increase only, 660, does it make me excited? Not really. Does it make me a bit scared? Not really. That means that 10% increase is not enough for me in my money mindset, in my world. I would probably need to go 40. Well, 40 would probably do it. 40 would make it a bit scary for me, and something a bit more like, okay, I need to think about it a bit more. So hopefully that is making sense to you just now, but please let me know in the comments, what has this brought up for you, if anything? I would love to know. And if you're happy to unmute rather than typing in the chat box, please do it as well. Just bear in mind that your voice will be recorded. And let's see what everyone got here. This exercise actually helped one of my clients to increase her prices because she was not looking at the increase per client. She was completely ignoring it. She was thinking about 10% is so much money. And because it was a story in her head that 10% is a good, is a lot of money. And that's why she was staying away from it. She actually increased her prices by 30% by now. So that just shows that you can do it with the right training for your mind and with the right approach to your pricing. Okay, we're gonna crack on to the second thing. There's one more chat. Oh, at the moment, everything I'm doing is bespoke. That's a bit more tricky situation. I would be looking into simplifying things. Now, the offer structure is the second part that I want to talk about. And the offer structure is so important when it comes to your pricing, because you could be making it or breaking it with the wrong offer. The first thing here is the financial goals. Have you ever done an exercise that we will do later in terms of what's your financial goal? And is your offer, current offer, supporting you reaching that financial goal? So let me give you an example. I spoke to someone recently and she said to me, I want to be making £10,000 per month. And which is, fine, good number to aim for. And she said to me, and I'm selling this thing, which is £300 per month. Like, okay, what else are you selling? Nothing. So for me, it's already a red flag signal. It's gonna be probably quite difficult for you to get £10,000 unless you change your offer. But so many people are not aware that what they offer at the moment will never allow them to reach their financial goal unless they work 24/7. And that's the exercise you need to be able to do for yourself. You need to be able to look through the offer suite that you've got, all the different services that you're offering, and work out, is this actually supporting your financial goal per month or is it not? I see far too many times that people do not allow themselves to even reach their financial goal because of their offer. And we will do this exercise once we've spoken about offer in general. But what I also want to talk here about is the time goals. Now, it's very well to have a £10,000 goal in monetary terms per month. It's very well to have an offer at, I don't know, £200 or £300 or £500 even make it £1,000, right? For easy numbers. You would need 10 clients to help you to reach that offer, to reach that financial goal. Can you actually work with 10 clients at the same time? If you're providing a bespoke one-to-one service, I know that it wouldn't work for me in my life. I don't have enough time in my life to spend it with 10 clients. I know that for me, the maximum is 3 one-to-one clients and my group program. And that's the maximum I have in terms of time available for my clients. And I don't want to go over it because that's it for me. So not connecting your offer with the time you've got available is a big mistake. And you're probably missing a point if you're doing it somewhere along the lines. I had a client once and she was staying at home, mom, running her business from home. And she was never working in July, August. She was always taking summer off and she would always take December off. But what she did, her offer didn't allow her to do it. Basically, the money that she was making throughout the year was making her really, really stressed and scared and unhappy in the summer and in December because she knew she had no income coming in. And it was a difficult time for her. So what you have to be doing is thinking, how can you structure an offer in a way that will allow you to either make more money in the months that you're not working, so that they cover in the months that you're working, so that they cover the months you're not working, or you have to create some sort of residual income that will come to you whether you're working or you're not. And again, this is something that I work with my clients on in my 6-month program, because that's a big, meaty kind of part of your business that you need to really deep dive into and understand it really, really well. Now, the third thing here is something that might be a surprise to some of you, and it definitely was a surprise to my clients when I started talking to them about this, but it's a fun factor of your offer. Is your offer making you jump out of bed in the morning? If it's not, rethink it, go back to it. I have changed my offer 3 times, and now I'm at the stage when I'm really happy with what I do and the way I do it. It's not only what I do, the way I do it, because I can be talking about money for ages. But if I've got too many clients, bespoke clients that I'm working with on a regular basis, that makes me quite unhappy, because I'm getting very close to burnout and I don't want it. I want to scale down in terms of, I still want to help a lot of clients, but I want to help them in a way that is fun for me. Do me a favor, and once we're done here, go through your offer suite. So everything that you offer to your clients as well, and each of the offer, give it a score, a fun factor between 0 and 10, and see how far you are from where you want to be. If you are on a kind of 4 to 6 range, there is work you need to do with your offer. There is something you need to change about it, because you should be between 7 and 10 when it comes to the fun factor of the offer. I'm hoping this makes sense. Let me know if there are any questions at all. And what I need to do, I need to stop sharing again. We'll go back to the file that we looked into previously. So if you want to go back to your Excel, and there is a tab called Offer, Financial Goals. So again, the same principles apply as the last time. I want you to think about your financial goal for 2022. Let's say, for the sake of the numbers, make it an easy one. Let's make it £100,000, right? If your financial goal is £100,000, and the price of your best-selling package, best-selling offer you're currently charging is 1,200, let's make it, okay? How many clients do you need per year? 84. How does it make you feel? Is it a doable number, or is it a bit of a stretch? How do you feel about this number? I know for me, 84 is a lot. And it doesn't make me feel happy. If I'm honest, it doesn't make me feel happy. Now, the next line is, how many new clients do you need per month? It's a new client per month. It's 7. So roughly about 2 clients per week. Are you hitting it at the moment? Are you there right now to say, yes, 7 clients is easy, it's doable? Now, the last thing that I want you to remember about is the length of your program. So if you're charging £1,200 for a program that is 3 months long, at any given time, you need to have, 3 times 7, so 21 clients in your program all the time to make sure that you hit your 100K. That is a lot. 21 clients is a lot, depending on what you're offering and how it works. But for majority of people, to have 21 clients at the same time and serve them in the right way, in a way that makes you happy and makes your clients happy, and the clients get the results, is probably a bit of a stretch. Especially if you're mum, you've got other priorities, life gets in the way. We all know this. What number did you arrive at? Do you have something here that makes you really, really happy, or do you realize that, oh God, I have to do something different? I have to change it, because this way I'm never gonna get to my financial goal, or I'm gonna really struggle to get to my financial goal. The minute you start thinking about struggles, you put yourself in a scarcity mindset, and it obviously has a knock-on impact on the way you work, the way you show up. So How does it make you feel? Anyone has got anything that they would like to share when it comes to this exercise? Did anyone get like, panic moment? Or was it, yeah, it's doable, it's easy, I'm on the right track to get to my 100K? If that's your goal. Let me know in the chat. Oh, okay, a panic moment. We know why. So, anyone else who's having a bit of a panic moment and who's having, yep, I can do it, it's easy. Let me know what you got. Hopefully you all managed to work with the file with me. Oh, okay, fun factor is the bespoke work, right? So the one thing that I would be thinking about here is if you're doing bespoke work, it always comes with a premium, basically. I did some bespoke work. I do trainings for companies from time to time, and it's always bespoke because it's training their financial teams or training their project managers about the finances. It's always bespoke, and this is where I charge premium, a lot premium, because I know they will pay for it. It also comes with territory, so it also comes with when it's bespoke, how can I price it and how can I deliver it and how much pain are they in at the time when they are buying. So that's something that you really need to consider as well when it comes to the offer and the bespoke work. But yeah, definitely charge a premium for this. Okay. I will go back to the slides and chat. Let's see what else we've got. So the last part here, the last element that I wanted to cover today is the money beliefs. And this is a subject in itself, right? We can talk about money on its own for hours, about money beliefs on its own for hours, because it's such a massive part of how we live and what we do with our lives. But I will just touch on a few things here. So the first one is, you'll probably not see it, but it's actually a money ceiling. So it's money stuck to the ceiling, just my sense of humor. I want you to think about your income ceiling that you have placed on yourself subconsciously. You will not know about it. And there is a lot of research done showing that this actually works. This is what happens to a lot of people. It's especially seen in people like salesmen, when they have there was a study which was so interesting that was done, which showed that a salesman basically was put in different environments. So he was put into different areas of the same country, like a really poor area and a really wealthy area. And in both, he was only able to make the same amount of money. So his ceiling was, let's say, 100K per year. In the poor one, in the poor area, he would put a lot more effort to get to his 100K. In a wealthy one, he would relax and he would still get to 100K. His mind, his subconscious belief about his income ceiling didn't allow him to go over 100K. Even if he had a month when he was, slightly more, over 10K he did a month, the next month he would do less to compensate for making more money. This is how your mind works. If you're seeing yourself doing this, that's normal. That's very, very normal, and it's something to be aware of and something to work on. I know when I left my employment, my money ceiling was £3,000 because this is how much I was making in a corporate. And I thought, right, I'm never gonna go subconsciously. Remember this word, subconsciously. It's not something that I've been telling myself consciously. It's something that my mind has been telling me, you will not go over £3,000. And no matter what I did, I just couldn't break the ceiling. Yes, I had months when it was £5,000, but then the next month it was back to 3 average. This is so powerful. If you look into your numbers properly on a regular basis, if you pay attention to your numbers, you will spot if you've got an income ceiling or not. And being aware of it is obviously the first thing, and making sure that you can actually jump over this, talk yourself out of income ceiling is quite powerful. Set a new income ceiling for yourself, I would say. Create a new level that you start believing in, and then up it and up it and up it. It's a work in progress for everyone. Once you've got over one income ceiling, you will come to another one, and then you will come to another one. So even millionaires, people like this, they still have got money ceilings. They still have got income ceilings. They are just at the different level to ours. Okay. Next one is self-sabotage talk. And that's something that we've already touched on. What if no one will buy from me if I increase my prices? What if people don't see value in what I'm providing? What if I'm trying to charge too much? What if, what will people think about me, right? This business coach or this money coach is charging so much and I cannot be charging more. This is all your self-sabotage talks. This is all the stories that you're telling yourself. And again, you're in a good company. We all do it. We all do it. It's very, very common. Now, the thing that would be really good for you to think about here would be to put a table in front of you. And one side have facts and the other side have opinions. And I know it works for me. I've been using it for quite some time. Because, you know, as I said, we all have money issues, money blocks, money beliefs that we don't really want and that will stop us. So when I hit a point where I'm like starting to talk negatively about things or starting to doubt myself, I'll have a column called facts. What is the fact about this? And I'll have a column called opinions. And this will be my opinion or someone else's opinion. So I had an issue. My husband, right? He told me at some point when I started my business, you're charging how much? Who's going to pay you for this? That's so much money. Now, that was his opinion. And his opinion had a knock-on impact on my business and how I charge, how I price, how I speak to my clients. But that was his opinion. If I knew this tool back then, that would have not stopped me as much as it did. But you have to be very, very careful. What I want to mention here as well is different people have got different money beliefs. Do not allow other people's money stories to impact on you and impact on your money behaviors, on your pricing, especially. Very, very often we will, when we're setting up the prices, we will look into how much a competitor is charging. You know, what, and we quite often we can't go higher than them just because we think we shouldn't, or because we talk ourselves out of it. That's not a good strategy. Look into facts and look into opinions every single time. Now, the final part here is the one that I really, really love. And it's your relationship. It's how you treat money. If you treat money well, it will be easier for you to make more money. It will be more aligned with you. You will feel more empowered and the money will flow your way. Now, if you ask me for evidence, for research, I can show you my clients because I know this is happening and I can see it happening. Do you love money or do you hate money? Is money your friend? Would you say money is your friend, or do you feel like, ooh, not really? Now you have to work on it. You have to make money your friend. Thing that I like to ask my clients is, do you think that money would like to be in your company? You know, when you're just meeting it at the train station, do you think money would be really happy to jump out of the train to see you? Or would it be like, oh, sugar, I don't want to talk to this person too much because they will nag me, they will cry, they will be unhappy that I'm going to be gone soon again. Think about the stories that you're talking to, you're giving money. And try to talk to money as well, because I've had this, do the exercise, right? I do with my clients very often. Again, take some money. Take some money and just close your eyes. If you can't meditate a bit on it and think and ask the question, you know, what do you want to tell me? Things will come to you. Believe me, things will come in the right state of mind. Natalie, yeah. So how you treat money will allow you to make more money, or it will actually allow you to, or will stop you from making more money. It's as simple as this. I know it might sound too woo-woo for some people, I get it, but for majority of people, this is just how it works. Again, proof is in the pudding. My clients, they all show me the same. The minute your relationship with money improves, the minute you start enjoying looking into your bank account, the minute you start enjoying looking into your cash flow, and to, you know, how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, the minute you get excited about it, you start making more money. And I've seen it, you know, all over the shop with all my clients. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. So when it comes to your mindset for pricing, how could you actually improve it? 3 tips, 3 simple things. Think of it as an adjustable model. I like to talk about and think about my prices as not carved in stone. I can, you know, adjust it. Now, what I mean by adjusting is not giving a discount. This is not the way of adjusting. For me, the adjustable model is, okay, if I start charging my client £2,000 now, I can still up it. I can still go up. So at the moment, it's £2,000 because I'm testing the waters. I want to see what's going to happen. I want to see what reactions will my clients give me, what results will my clients get. And if they get good results, I'm going to adjust my model and I'm going to up my prices. I'm quite selfish when it comes to this, to be honest, and it's brutal. I only work with people who I know will get results from working with me. And that's my selfishness coming through. When they get good results, I can increase my prices. When they don't get results, well, there's no room for me to increase my prices, right? So I am being quite picky when it comes to my clients, especially to my one-to-one clients. And I want to make sure they get results, because when they get results, I'm increasing my prices as well. Simple. And my mindset works really, really well in this kind of way. And I know it works for me and for my clients. Now, the second thing that you want to do to improve your pricing is to invest in yourself first. You need to be building the pricing confidence. You need to know how it feels to actually pay. I don't know, if you want to be charging £4,000, you need to pay £4,000 to someone to know how it feels. You need to be in your client's shoes. You need to understand what goes through their mind when they have to invest £4,000 in order for you to charge that much. Because this way you will be able to talk to your client differently. You will be able to understand what they are going through exactly. And this is really, really key, very, very powerful. So I've invested a lot of money in myself in the last couple of years, but it's paying off, you know, it's paying off, and that's what I like. Now, the third thing to improve the mindset for pricing is to don't give too many options. Simplify. Do not overthink. Do not add too many things on. And your offer should be very, very simple. At the moment, I've got 3 things that I offer to my clients: my one-to-one service, my group program, and I've got a half-day strategy session that clients can go for. The minute you start giving people more, they will get confused. You will get confused. It's not good for your mindset at all. Simplicity is key. Absolutely. Avoid the stress of choice. Yes. And what I'm seeing, and it's very, very interesting as well, what I'm seeing as well is when people give too many options to the clients, the way their mind works, they make a decision. So I spoke to someone recently and they said, you can buy off me service A for £500, or you can buy from me service B for £700. Do you know what the client did? The client took service B, but price of a service A. So the client was at the end very, very surprised and unhappy because they thought they were getting more for less, and they were not. Clients, and I've seen, and if anyone has worked in the corporate world, you will know what I'm talking about. This is so, so common, not to put too many numbers in front of people, because they will get adjusted, emotionally adjusted to a number that they really like, and they will get really into the thing that they really like, and they will connect the two. And it's very, very difficult to get them out of this later. Seen it, done it. Please don't go anywhere close to it, because this is just not a good place to be. Right, so what I wanted to give you is the quote that I really, really like as well. Your mindset about money will actively create your own financial reality. This is so true. And again, I'm seeing it over and over and over again. Contact me, right? We're almost at the end, but before you've got my contact details anyway, let me just stop sharing and go through any questions. Do you have anything that you would like to ask about, that you want to clarify on? What I'll do, actually, I'll stop recording